Okay. Intro.
Oh. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the transmission. I'm Sarah, and that's Chloe over there.
Hi.
And you're drunk.
Not really. I'm still a little tipsy. But anyways, Sarah, how was your week?
My week has been exhausting.
Oh, I'm sorry
Work's
to hear
been
that.
crazy. I took a half day off today to do a ton of errands.
Understandable.
Dealing with divorce bullshit, you know.
Yeah, the typical 9 to 5. Yeah, I got it. Mm-hmm. Other than divorce paperwork and things like that, because I know you did that earlier today. Yes.
Yeah. To file another form.
Yeah, I work night shifts, so time is a blur to me.
Time is an illusion.
It is. It's a figment of our imagination, if you want to put it that way. What else did you do this week? Did you do anything fun? Blah.
Nope.
No.
I went to work and I ran errands. That's been my week.
Understandable. So you didn't go out with a date with anybody? I'm kidding.
Oh, well,
I'm kidding.
yes.
We don't have to get into that.
Well, I started watching this anime called Delicious in Dungeon with somebody.
Mm-hmm. How is it? I've been wanting to get into it.
It's really funny. It's hilarious. And Damien Haas from Smosh voices one of the characters in the English dub.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
And he's fantastic. It took me like 2 episodes to even realize it was him.
Oh, yeah. I think my favorite anime at the moment is Bofuri, something like that. It's really good. It's on Hulu. You should definitely look into it.
Okay. I'm not much of an anime person, but we've been having a lot of fun. Watching this is just something dumb to be an excuse to hang out with each other.
That's fair. Well, if you're not,
but also we kind of just get like sucked into it because it's so entertaining.
Right. If you're not into anime, you can always. Are you into Halo at all?
Not particularly.
There's a new Halo show on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus, please sponsor us. That'd be great. But they have an original called Halo, and it's about Master Chief and doing things about the Halo rings and things like that.
Every time I see Master Chief, I think of Master Chef. And then I think of the Iron Chef, and all I can think of is your secret ingredient is a warthog. That's all I can think of.
Oh my gosh.
That's where my brain train goes.
But it's really good. The one thing I don't like about it is like in the video games and in the Halo lore, Master Chief never takes off his helmet. Nobody knows what he looks like. But in the whole show, like 99% of the time, Master Chief has his helmet off.
The Mandalorian showed us you don't have to do that to have an interesting and engaging character.
Exactly. Like
what
the
actor is good writing and then great actor.
Yeah, like the actor is very hot, not gonna lie, but that shouldn't be all that's there for a show.
Now I need to know who this is.
I don't know his name.
I need to know who we're lusting after.
He's dreamy. I like him a lot.
Every pansexual's favorite thing to Google is show name cast.
Yes, exactly. But he should be casted as Master Chief. Huntress.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You hush. He's very much daddy.
He's kind of scary looking.
He is very scary in the show.
Sorry for watching our podcast, Pablo Schreiber.
But other than that, my week's been okay. Work has been a pain in the ass. Always is. We've been having like management shifts, and some of the new managers want things done a certain way, and that's not how we normally do things. So it's just a lot of infighting. And then my current managers are like, I'm so sorry, it's not me that's doing this, it's the new managers. And I'm like, it's okay. I know. It's fine. I'll just suffer through it. And they always have me do literally everything, and it's just a pain in the ass. So I hear my name over the loudspeaker like 20 times a day, and it's just a pain in the ass.
Did they at least get Sorry. God. Did they at
You're
least get your
good.
name right?
Oh yeah, nobody knows like what my actual name is, which is
Okay.
great. The only reason some of my managers know my name is because they have my phone
Just
number, and my
mhm.
phone number for some whatever reason comes up with my dead name,
Like your
which
caller
is
ID.
yeah, it's
Probably contact your provider and get that corrected.
probably because my
Or
account.
and then whoever hired you has to know your dead name because of legality,
Yeah, they do,
like your social and stuff. Yeah.
they do. But other than that, my
Yeah.
week's been okay. Um, Streaming has been going amazing. I got rated by a few people this week, which is really
Oh,
cool.
that's fantastic. I've been
Yeah,
super busy. I haven't been able to tune in.
you're good. I literally just sit there in a cute avatar on VR chat and just talk to people and hang out. That's all I do. But people
Every once in a
like
while,
it.
like on weekends, I'll pop in and just annoy you on stream a little.
Yeah.
I usually just make you drink water.
Yeah, that's what this one guy, his name's Wolfie, he does that a lot. I'm pretty sure he's sitting in my chat. Yep, he is.
You have
He
so many sips. It's so cute.
I have a lot of sims. It's
I literally can't go to
yeah.
public instances in VR chat without being like accosted by dudes. It's so much fun.
Oh, same. It's very validating, but not at the same time, because I know that like 90% of them are probably chasers, which is neither here nor there. But
Welcome to the internet.
have a look about.
Yes,
So just so you all know, I had a little bit of a drink today.
a little bit of a drink,
A little
she
bit.
said.
It
A
was
little, a little bit of a drink, she says.
just a tiny one. I haven't drank. Okay, listen. I haven't drank heavily in about a year and a few months.
Mhm.
Since starting estrogen. So I haven't had a drink since starting estrogen, which was like a year and 2 or 3 months ago, something like that. And so this was like my first like big girl drink um since starting estrogen. And
Mhm.
oh my gosh, my tolerance is way down here.
Mhm.
For instance, me and my best friend Danny, they're really cool. They're non-binary. They play video games and whatnot. Um, we used to drink 22 double shots of vodka every night after. This is back when we were both depressed and harboring feelings about our gender and things like that a few years
Jesus,
ago.
that's a lot
Yeah,
of
just a little bit. My liver had to
dead.
work overtime for like 6 months. But we got better and we stopped drinking entirely. We would occasionally have a drink every now and then, but not as heavy as we used to. Um, I am tipsy.
Mhm.
Um, from the first sip that I had of it, it was tequila, and it was filled up to right here on this glass, so about 2.5 ounces, somewhere around there,
Mhm.
of tequila mixed with a little bit of sparkling water. So in total is probably to about right here. Um, the first
Yeah.
sip, I was wow, that was insane. I've never had a sip of alcohol make me
Uh-huh.
feel tipsy. It was insane. And like right
Yeah.
now I'm
I
still like
It
buzzing a
hits
little bit.
me.
It's great.
Yeah, it'll hit me, like, immediately.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can handle a lot, but, like, I'm basically drunk right away,
Yeah, it's
and then it's just, like,
insane.
a steady increase if I keep drinking from there.
Right? At least that means I
Um,
don't have to spend as much money at the bar, which is
yeah, I know, that's nice. Like, if I'm out, 2 drink max. I will not drink more than 2 when I'm,
yeah.
like, out at a club or something.
So what's your favorite drink, Sarah? Like out of
That's
every
a
drink?
complicated question to answer. I typically will go for a gin and tonic because it's easy
Mm-hmm.
and usually not the most expensive thing to order, and
Yeah.
I can make them at home.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do like more complicated things, like, I love a good mojito,
Mm-hmm.
but those are a pain in the ass to make at home because you need fresh mint leaves and those go bad too fast.
That's fair.
Um, I'm not a fan of beer or whiskey. I can't stand whiskey.
Understandable.
How about you?
I started out drinking Jack Daniels. That
Ugh,
was like my first drink ever.
ugh, girl,
Um,
do better.
yeah,
Ugh.
then I graduated. I figured out that that was like bottom of the barrel, the worst
It's not even a
alcohol ever.
barrel. Bottom of the chum bucket or something. I don't
Pretty
know.
much, yeah.
Bottom of the Home Depot bucket.
Yeah. Then I graduated to rum, and Kraken rum was my favorite.
I do like Kraken.
Kraken's
It's
really
okay.
good. Then I went to vodka. Vodka's really good. To me, it's really good. I like vodka.
I'm a gin girl. If
But
I'm gonna
as
drink it
far
neat,
as
only gin.
that's fair. As far as like my favorite drink ever is like strawberry daiquiri. It has to be something fruity.
Yeah.
I love fruity drinks
I
so
bet you'd love
much.
a Cosmo.
Never had one.
Cosmopolitan? Never
Nope.
had one?
Mm-mm.
Do you know what it is?
Nope. Which is funny
It's
because I was a bartender for a little bit.
so Cosmopolitan is like the classic white girl drink. It's lime, cranberry juice, orange liqueur, and vodka. It tastes like sugar. And it's a favorite of white girls everywhere to get drunk as quickly as possible without tasting any alcohol.
That's why I like strawberry daiquiris, because you can't taste the alcohol. It just tastes like a very nice strawberry smoothie.
Yeah.
And I love fruit drinks in general.
Like the three things I'll usually like make when somebody comes over is like a margarita, a gin and tonic, or a Cosmo, because they're all really easy.
Yeah.
And none of them are, well, two of those aren't fizzy, so it makes it easy to mix them.
That's fair. But as for like other vices, I do nicotine pouches. I used to smoke cigarettes, then I switched to vaping. But then whenever I came out, I wanted to do voice training and things like that. And they were like, wait, to do voice training, you need to stop like inhaling things. So I stopped smoking. I stopped doing weed, stopped vaping, or stopped smoking like years ago. But I stopped vaping about 6 months ago, somewhere around there. And then I switched to nicotine pouches, and it's fine. I like the flavors of them, which is really nice. Because nicotine is actually very healthy for you. A good dose of nicotine. I'm not kidding. Nicotine is good for your brain. Google
is it though?
Google it, girly. You like to Google things. Google it. Somebody just followed me and I'm offline. Sorry, streamer things. Anyways,
feel like someone's watching me.
Just a little bit. Anyways, but yeah, nicotine is good for your brain to a point. Like not a ton of nicotine.
I guess so is caffeine in the same vein.
Exactly.
Probably none of it's the best, but small amounts of it is fine.
Exactly. In excess is not good, but I do nicotine because it keeps me calm whenever I'm stressed, and I'm decently stressed at the moment. My car is broken. She is very much dead. Still at the car shop getting repaired. But yeah. But I just do nicotine pouches now. So I can do voice training and sound like this. Anyways. Do you have any vices, Sarah, besides just drinking alcohol occasionally? It doesn't even have to be like nicotine or weed or alcohol.
I'm not much of a substance girly. I think I've told my weed story before. Horrible, terrible experience.
Yes.
I
don't know what episode.
I don't do any harder drugs, and I'm like a light social drinker.
That's fair.
So it's like, I don't know. I like being me. I don't like not being me.
Understandable.
And I have taken exactly one hit of a joint, exactly one inhalation from somebody's vape, and I never wanted to do either of those things again.
Oh my gosh, that's 100% valid. With vaping, it definitely makes with vaping, it definitely makes you feel like you're drowning a little bit.
Okay, so the vape, I took a hit of it, and I immediately felt like nervous. I assume it was the nicotine, but I felt like suddenly I felt like really like my heart felt wrong. Like I felt like scared for a second. I was like, oh, that felt weird. I don't like that. Ugh.
Understandable.
Yeah, no, I don't like not being me.
That's
and
fair.
I think smoking and vaping are both gross. So
yeah.
I don't need to be in a room full of somebody else's lung juice. Thank you very much.
Valid. Sadly, I have done some harder drugs. Yeah.
Do tell.
I've been a bad girl. Um,
Oh, have
I
you?
Yes, very much so. Um, so I've done LSD and mushrooms. Yeah, those weren't terrible. Mushrooms, the
Out of
first
10, rate them out of 10. Rate these illicit drugs out of 10.
LSD is a 10 out of 10. I definitely
I've
recommend at
heard this, that
least
some people do
trying
it
it.
once and never want to do it again because,
That's fair.
yeah, it'll never like top it.
Right. And do it in a safe environment at home with people around you that you feel safe with. Don't just do it alone. You can get paranoid like very badly. And don't look at your teeth is the weirdest. I'm not kidding. It is the weirdest thing to look at your teeth while you're on LSD. Um, this is just a PSA. So just be safe. If you want to experiment with drugs, do it. Do it with non-addictive drugs, so like LSD, mushrooms. They're non-addictive. They just make you feel very odd. You don't see dragons and little fairy people running around. That's a huge myth. I'm sorry to break anybody's bubble. What happens is your vision turns into like a kaleidoscope and things really look beautiful. And it's kind of like you're seeing things for the first time, which is really nice. The downside is for like 2 weeks after, because LSD and the I forget what the compound in mushrooms is, but they hide in your joints. So whenever you
Psilocybin is the mushrooms, I think.
yes, psilocybin. Whenever you pop your joints for like a few weeks after, you'll get a little bit of that high again.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's very weird. I did
As a
not.
certified joint cracker,
Yeah,
that is
I
interesting to me.
was not expecting that, and I went to a chiropractor a week later.
Oh no.
I told the guy. He literally asked me. He's like, "Have you done any LSD or like any of these hallucinogens within the last month?" And I was like, "No," because it'd been like a month and a half previous. So I was like, "No, not really." And then he did his thing, and I literally was laying on the bed, and I'm like, "I am not okay. Like I'm okay, but like I can I just lay here for a minute?" And he's like, "It was your first time on one of those two, wasn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah, LSD was my first time." The first time I did mushrooms, I went to go watch a. I didn't plan to go watch a movie, but my friends they gave me mushrooms. I was in a Kool-Aid because mushrooms taste terrible. They taste god awful. But they gave me the mushrooms like in Kool-Aid, so I drank it, and then they were like, "Okay, we're gonna go drive to this movie theater and go watch a movie." Um, it's Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, no.
Never did mushrooms again. It's not a good
So,
experience.
for our dear listeners out there, Cabin in the Woods is a horror comedy and is incredibly gory.
It's incredibly gory, yes. Um
Oh
mhm.
no.
Yeah,
No, honey,
it
no.
was not fun.
Oh no.
Yeah. That was not a good time.
Oh.
Talk about a bad trip.
Okay.
Um
This
mhm.
is this is the R-rated section of our podcast, if it wasn't already.
Yeah, I'll put
Um,
a content rating on it. There's a little
I
button I can
really want
press.
to experience sex on hard drugs. Not gonna lie.
Understandable.
I've heard it's a transcendent experience.
That makes a lot of
Not of
sense.
one.
My roommates at the time did want me to like have intercourse with them. They were in a same sex relationship. They were both gay. They were both really cute, but I was not in the mood. So I was like, I'm just gonna go down to my room and just chill for a little bit. And they let me, and it was totally valid. Consent is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely not me IRL.
Yeah.
Not the consent thing, the turning down a threesome thing.
Valid, valid. I will not turn down a threesome cuddle, like cuddle pool, at all. I love cuddling and watching movies. And attention. I love attention so much. If you see me in VR chat, I'm just always up everybody's business. Like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? What are you talking about? I need to know. I'm tipsy. I'm sorry.
I can tell.
Then the first time I did weed was in math class my sophomore year of high school.
In math class?
In math class, yes.
During math class?
During math class, like in the heat of it, we were talking about Pythagorean's theorem and shit like that. So, for context, I was a big girly back then. Not a girly, but you know, it is what it is. But I would always have food with me because I would also like constantly be eating. Sarah, me and you talked about this earlier this week or a couple days ago about how I was in wrestling and I was dropping a ton of weight. I had to eat a bunch of food. So I always had food with me because I was always having to like gain weight because of wrestling and whatnot. This one guy, Brady Duvendak, love this guy. He's a great guy. We just called him Doobie because he was always stoned. He was like, "Hey, insert dead name here. Do you want some caramel?" And it was like a little caramel square, caramel square. Blah. And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want some caramel. Why the fuck not?" So I go over to the other side of the math class. He gives me this giant piece of caramel. Giant. I'm like this big.
Oh no.
I like start munching on it. It takes me like a couple minutes. And then halfway through math class, I start feeling funny. I don't know how to explain the feeling of getting stoned for the first time.
Yeah, no, I know. Yep, I'm aware.
And then math class ends, and the next class is English with Mr. Camp. Mr. Camp was like the best teacher in high school. I could have so many good stories about him that I could tell. Oh, you don't have any of those experiences because you were homeschooled. Anyways,
I mean, I went to college, but yeah.
That's true, yeah. Anyways, I get stopped in the hallway by another guy, and he grabs my face and just stares into my eyes. My eyes, I guess, were bloodshot. And he's like, "You're stoned, aren't you?" Like, what? And he's like,
"It's a nightmare."
The caramel that had marijuana in it. And I'm like, "You're fucking with me, right?" Like, no, not at all.
Oh no.
Yeah, so the caramel was supposed to be.
You got fucking like dosed.
Yes.
You got roofied.
The caramel was supposed to be split 8 ways. And it was 10 milligrams per piece of 8.
Oh, yeah, so it was what,
80 milligrams, yes.
It's not terrible.
For your first time?
So my first time was 100 milligrams and I felt fucking nothing. And then my second time was about 1,500 milligrams. I fucking died.
Yeah, no, I was out of it for a little bit. It was a really good English class though, the next period, but
oh, I'm an idiot. My second time with edibles, that was post HRT. My first was before. I wonder if that's why.
Probably.
I wonder if that changes your tolerance too.
More than likely. I haven't been stoned since January, so 9-ish months, something like that.
I probably would be down to try edibles again, just in a much more controlled environment. Much more carefully.
I wouldn't do edibles. I would do... So with how you reacted, I would definitely do more of an indica-based flower instead, because it's more of a body high instead of a mental high, which a lot of people get paranoid with them.
Oh yeah, I had a horrible nightmare, like nightmarish experience.
Yeah. Only a select few people, like I think it's 30% of people can actually smoke sativa and do sativa edibles, things like that. Yeah.
I don't know fucking anything about edibles.
Understandable.
Other than don't consume over 1,000 milligrams of THC.
Oh, I don't recommend it. No.
Those blackout brownies that's not a suggestion.
Not a joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
whole thing is like 750 milligrams.
Jeez. Good times though.
So I'm sorry for yawning repeatedly through all of this conversation.
Sarah's been very busy today, and she also worked, so
yeah.
Good on you, girly.
I've had a day. It's been a rough couple of weeks these last few years.
You say that backwards. I hope you know that.
That's the joke.
It's been a rough couple of years these last 2 weeks.
Well,
that's how it goes.
Oh. It makes sense both ways.
You're supposed to be a linguist.
I am a very cunning linguist. Thank you very much.
Not very modern of you.
Not very what?
Modern.
What is that?
Modern. Modern.
Oh. I thought you were trying to say demure, and I was really confused.
No. I was going to say demure. Why would it start with an
Very demure. Very mindful.
Jesus. Are you excited about the movie tonight?
Marginally.
So I played a trick on Sarah. We were gonna watch Harold and Kumar last week, but I did a switcheroo, and we watched what the fuck is it? What movie was it?
Inside Out 2.
Inside Out 2, because she kept saying that she wanted to watch it, but she'd never seen it. So
yeah,
we watched that instead.
It was very good. I cried a little.
Yeah, me too. It's a very sad movie. But if you want a good understanding of how ADHD works and like how anxiety attacks like make you feel, I definitely recommend, because it's a very visual representation of anxiety and anxiety attacks. But I'm excited for Harold and Kumar. I'd explain to her how White Castle makes their burgers.
Yes, you did. In excruciating detail, in fact.
Yes, because I was drunk. And then I also showed you how to wrap your hair in a towel.
Yes, you did do that.
I did. And I got attacked by my dog.
You just love dispensing fun little tips and tricks, fun little life hacks when you're drunk.
I do. Well, this is the first time I've been drunk in a year and a half, and it was on barely a full drink.
Hanging out with drunk people when you're sober has got to be one of the funniest experiences to me. You're just you just you just have to treat drunk people like toddlers.
I was not acting like a toddler. I was acting adorable. Okay.
Like when I'm around drunk people and I'm sober, I'm just like, okay, sure,
ma'am. Don't patronize me. I am 28 years old. I am 4 years older than you.
You're actually a little bit older than that, even than me. Because birthdays are weird.
Birthdays are weird.
You're almost 5 years older.
Yeah, so you were born in 2000, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that makes you Gen Z, technically.
By about 4 years, yeah.
Yeah. One thing that
you're a millennial by 1 year.
It depends on who you ask, because a lot of people say that Gen Z starts in 96. But then other people say that millennials end in 96. So everybody in 96 calls themselves the lost generation, because I was
gonna say,
we don't
you're
belong
one of the rumored
to anybody.
millennials.
Yeah. We get to fuck around and nobody gives a shit. We're like the middle child. We're stuck there between the millennials and Gen Z. You guys can probably hear my roommates in the background. They're like screaming. The son has friends over and they like to yell a lot for some reason. It's great.
What's really funny is the evolution of comedy between the generations. Because you have like boomer humor, which is like, I hate my wife. And you have like millennial humor, which is like, I hate my life. And then you have like Zoomer humor, which is like fucking monkey and like lamp.
Me and the boys at 3 a.m. looking for
beans. Yeah. And then you just have the natural evolution of that, which is just skibbity toilet, which is like, it just becomes like
that's Gen Alpha, goober.
Or yeah, so that's what I meant. Like the next generation after Zoomers, it like it just kept going.
What's the generation after Gen Alpha?
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Are we doing Gen Beta? Are we starting over again?
I think we're just starting back around at Beta, yeah.
Because we went from maybe
it was Gamma. I think it's Gamma. I want to say it's Gamma.
Let's Google this. We should probably
Jamie, pull
be
it up.
somewhat scientific. Oh gosh, that cut off the video. There we go. What is the next generation after Alpha called? Yeah, it is
Beta.
Generation Beta.
Yeah. So I guess we're starting
2025
back at the top.
and 2039. Interesting.
Yeah, I think we just got tired of giving generations proper names.
Yeah, so we're just gonna be like, it's military now.
I have most of the NATO alphabet memorized because of my work. I have to say letters individually over the phone a lot. So, like, I
That's
often
fair.
will use the the phonetic NATO alphabet
Mm-hmm.
to articulate that, and it's actually harder than you'd think to come up with, like, a word that starts with that letter off the top of your head in the middle of a phone conversation.
Yeah.
So I have a little sticky note with the NATO alphabet on
Mm,
my desk at work so
that's
that I
kind of
can, like,
cute.
and I have it memorized mostly now, but, like,
Yeah.
because I have to say letters for product numbers. And it's like it's always funny because like sometimes people will be sort of like surprised when I just start rattling off like the NATO alphabet to them.
Yeah.
Like they understand what I mean, but like they weren't expecting the actual NATO alphabet. Ah, good times.
Good times. Good times. I only have it
Let's
memorized
get you some
because,
water and me a nap, and then we'll be all good.
oh my god, you're not taking a nap. We have a movie to watch. Unless you want to wait.
No, I can watch it. I'm not gonna put my trackers on though. I don't feel like getting body tracking put on. It takes too long.
Oh my gosh, you're fine. But I
It
have
takes me
most
like
of
10
the.
minutes to get set up.
That's fair. I have the. It's not NATO, it's Marine alphabet, which is always different with each branch of the military. Because it's not centralized. But I was in ROTC in high school, which
Yeah.
was
Well, the NATO alphabet
really
is
fun, honestly.
like based on UK English, I think, because a bunch of the spellings are British.
That's fair. Yeah, in the Marine Corps, it's Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Foxtrot, Echo.
Also, I didn't know you were in ROTC.
Mm-hmm. Marine Corps ROTC.
You never told me this.
Well, we have a lot to discover about each other, Sarah. I was also in Boy Scouts.
That I did know. I know you've mentioned that before.
I was an Eagle Scout. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Boy Scouts was really fun too. I liked it. Back when it was actually Boy Scouts. Now it's
Not
just
just the Scouts TM.
yeah. Now it's just the Scouts TM, which I don't mind. We had girls that were in our troop that we considered actual members because we were like a small organization.
I think the gendered Scouts is kind of stupid. I feel like survival and like wilderness training transcends gender, don't you think?
Yeah, which in Girl Scouts they don't even learn about survival skills.
What is the point?
No fucking idea.
Not literally what the point of Scouts is like.
I still wanted to be in Girl Scouts though. I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to be in Girl Scouts.
What do Girl Scouts do?
Crafts, home economics, things like that. I think depending on your
Oh,
troop,
that's
some of them do
fucked.
go camping occasionally. But in Boy
So I'm
Scouts, we
sorry,
went
so Boy
camping all the
Scouts is
time.
like how to hunt animals and like how to tie knots and like shit like that. And
Yeah.
Girl Scouts is home ec. Are you serious? That's
Hmm.
fucked.
So in my troop, whenever we had camping like outings and things like that, we wouldn't
Mhm.
take tents. We were not allowed to use actual tents. We had to use painter's tarp and tie a string between two trees, drape the tarp over the string, and then put everything inside. And it was like a sauna inside once you got in there and started sleeping. You'd
Yeah.
end up with the flaps open by the end of the
You're just
night.
fucking hotboxing yourself in the little tarp because
Essentially, yeah.
it doesn't let moisture out.
Mm-hmm. And there's this one badge you can get in Boy Scouts called Camp Alaska, which is where you go camping in sub-zero temperatures for at least 24 hours. And we did that multiple times. That was the coolest thing ever.
I wanted to be in the Boy Scouts when I was a kid, but also I don't like nature. So,
Oh, unfortunate. I really wanted to go camping with you.
well, no, like I will go camping.
You're not a glamper, are you? You don't want to bring like an RV? I'm gonna hate you so much.
Well,
Like I can build a
okay,
fire in
here's the
under
thing.
3 minutes
What I don't like is not
without a
having a
lighter.
shower. That's what I don't like.
Well, there's
What
camping
I don't wanna go
showers.
camping, I wanna have a vacation in the woods, there's a difference.
Oh my gosh, there's camping showers.
Yeah, but they're cold usually.
Not even. You can heat them up. There's even solar showers. They're like black. Um,
I will
whatchamacallit.
endure camping. Maybe. We'll see.
Okay. I will have to get you indoctrinated into proper camping.
Yeah, you will. Like, I have a bunch of shit for camping
Like I can
'cause,
build a
like,
fire in under 3 minutes without the use of a
well,
lighter.
this is California where
But a lighter's really
fires
easy.
are illegal basically anywhere always.
That's fair. That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
There is some good camping in, Big Bear, which isn't too far from where I live.
Okay.
It's like a 2 or 3 hour drive,
Wait,
I
so
think.
people in California can't have like s'mores?
I mean, stoves exist,
That's not the same.
but the fire is really controlled and, like, there's a lot of rules around how you can build fires,
That's fair. It probably can't be over like six
and, like,
inches
time of
tall.
year matters.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, even here in Colorado, whenever we're under a fire watch, um, you can't even have a fire even if it's like been pouring for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I get it. Mm,
Usually there are, like, pre-existing fire pits you're allowed to use to, like, prevent, like, so you have, like, a proper place to do it that's got, like, stones and stuff.
that
You're
makes
not allowed to just
sense.
build a fire wherever.
Mm-hmm.
There's, like, you can put a fire in this location only kind of stuff.
That's fine. I'd be fine with that. Well, I am out of topics, Sarah, and I am
Yep.
slowly starting to not be drunk, so I think it's
Mhm.
movie time.
I think it is movie time.
It is movie time. Anyways, if you guys want to join the Discord, feel free to. The link will be down below in the link tree. Um, hopefully you guys are still liking the rebranding. I'll have to check analytics, see how it's going. But anyways, I've been Chloe. That's been Sarah over there. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye. I came so close to, like, just saying in the middle of our episode some shit that I'm not supposed to talk about.